This is a feeling of expression by Mr. M.J. Abraham, at present 75 years old, a retired officer of State Bank of Travancore. He expresses his feeling in words when he attended the Alumni in January 26, 2015 at CMS College. He was an old student of academic year 1957 to 60 in the Maths department. Let us hear his feeling in words.
Readable. This is a phrase from Macbeth, a tragedy of Shakespeare. Duncan, King of Scotland, is briefed by one of his generals of his army about the war situation, wherein it was revealed that Macdonald, one of his generals, changed his loyalty. But disregarding this, our brave Macbeth, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, smoked with bloody execution, carved out his passage till he met with his enemy and cut him from the top to the bottom and fixed his head upon our battlements. Hearing this, King Duncan expressed his happiness by saying, "O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman." The general explains further. As whence the sun begins his reflection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break. So from that spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. The Norwegian lord, taking fresh supplies of arms, began a fresh assault. Duncan asks, "Dismayed not this our generals Macbeth and Bango?" The general says, "As Pharaoh's the eagle, or Hare the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe." As I was attending CMS College Alumni for the first time after my academic year was over in 1960, I had a feeling of much excitement, joy, and happiness, and it got doubly redoubled, as in the case of Macbeth, doubly redoubling strokes upon the foe. Since CMS College is a pioneer institution in education from time immemorial in Central Travancore area, to be an old student in the college itself is fascinating. At the very outset, I went to the registration counter and registered my name. I was wonderstruck when I saw a participant, 104 years old, seated near me. This shows the greatness of our CMS. I came in to the first row of the venue and occupied my seat at the very first row itself. Luckily, I was seated near Giorgio sir, who taught me Macbeth in my degree class. The atmosphere at the venue was pleasant and gave me more vigor and enthusiasm, and I was like a free bird flying in the air. There were some variety entertainments after the meeting. They were all of very outstanding performance, especially the group dance pertaining to the crucifixion of Christ was unequal in my opinion. Even though it was not able to find a classmate in my maths batch of 1957 to 60, I was thrilled by all other programs. I was most happy at the time of awarding Pannada for all the old students attained the age of 75 years. I was also honored with a Pannada. The simplicity of all the teaching staff as well as the ministerial staff are worth mentioning. My principal, Sri PCS, are a man of great principles and ideals, and I well remember him discharging his duties diligently. When I entered the venue, our former principal, Sri C.A. Abraham, sir, came near to me and gave me a very warm and sincere inquiry about me. He is indeed a great and simple but dignified principal who is the embodiment of CMS tradition and principles. Our present principal, Dr. Roy Sam Daniel, shows true CMS missionary spirit that was shown by the CMS missionaries who came to Kerala 200 years back and founded the CMS college. Now I vividly recollect in my mind the memories of old teachers of the college. The birth memories of Miss Mary's algebra class, Erthik Lachan's statistics class, Epen Sir's vector analysis class, Miss Patna's trigonometry class, Mr. N.J. Jacobs' calculus class, K. Samuel Sir's daffodils of Wordsworth class, Mr. John M. Jacobs' history class are all remembered. Our librarian John O'Hint was a profound reader. Mr. T.R. Subramanian Iyer's white dhoti, juba and kasu kavani on his shoulder is to never fade away from my memory. I do well remember Samuel Yatton, one of our lab attendants. These are some of the vivid memories of the past that came to mind at that time. After taking supper at 8 o'clock from the Great Hall, I returned home, not as 75 years old, but only 22 years younger. I wish to keep the memory of CMS College, my alma mater. I returned home doubly readable in happiness, joy, and enthusiasm, and very eagerly waiting for the next 26th January. In this connection, I wish to remember my grandfather, Sri M.J. Joseph Apusar, who was the teacher as well as the vice principal of CMS College. Many of the new generation may not know him. He passed away in 1949. He was a colleague of Haskell Saib and Mr. P.M. Gurin headmaster. In conclusion, one more word. I am grateful to Dr. Shobhana Kurian, retired professor, Department of English, who made inspiration to participate the alumni meet. And also my wishes to CMS Vidya Sauhurdam for a well-woven relationship.
Thank you, sir, for the fond memories of your old academic year and CMS College.